Certainly.
Yeah, you're all set.
Yeah. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Office report. I don't know if Mike is on. Make motion to accept.
Oh, no,
I mean, is that the past minutes?
no, not yet. Officer's report. Is Mike Morganski on right now or no?
No, he's not on.
All right, so we'll skip that. Public comment. Do you have any, Leah?
There's no public comment.
All right. Next on the agenda, accepting of minutes from regular meeting, September 28th, 2020.
I'll make a motion to accept the meeting minutes. I second
Seconded, made a motion by PJ, seconded by Mike. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All right. Let's see. 35 Mountain Road, proposed subdivision application. Just state your name and address for the record.
My name is Scott Kimmer.
From the microphone.
My address is 13 South Drive. And this is the proposed 3-lot subdivision on Mountain.
Okay. You want to just walk through it with us?
Well, I hope that's okay. All right. Yeah, it's on the corner of Brook Street and Mountain Road. We're looking to do city sewers and wells, and like 4.76 acres, which is okay, so you guys looked at the maps, right?
Yep.
So there's 2 lots right on Brook Street with one interior driveway in between. And then there's some water course that goes down alongside Brook Street there. That's all been flagged by you. So scientists.
Yep.
Brook Street.
You can see it. Did you receive the letter from, or?
I did, yep.
Yeah.
Calculation, so, and some certain things. Do you have a letter here or? Yes.
Can you give me a copy?
I have it.
That's fine.
So, let's see, stormwater management report, we did that. There was a bunch of things that we had to address from last time I was here.
Correct. Yep.
Stormwater drainage, talked about, the flooding down on Brook Street, it should be done with a 100-year storm, which I believe everybody is done that way. But it looks like Brian was asking, each individual lot has its own detention area, which I think is what creates, slows down the water to make it a 100-year storm. So
Correct.
It talked about the flooding, but I think this should help it because it'll slow it down as it comes down through there. Being that they all have their own detention systems. There's a couple other things. The homeowners association he talked about that. Usually with something small like this, we don't do a homeowners association. It's pretty simple lots. I mean, each individual owner should be required to check their own detention system, make sure it's clean. And kind of one of your things as a homeowner, you think you wouldn't want the water back up into your yard. So I'm assuming each individual owner, they mow the grass, I'm sure if they're aware that they have a detention system, which they will, because it's going to be obvious that they would clean it and make sure it doesn't back up into the yard.
Yeah.
But, so, would you have any other questions about this?
And there's a report. Do you guys have any questions on Mike's? Brian's report?
Of the deficiencies that Nancy brought up.
Correct. Brian went through them all and he had his concerns on the project.
I see that.
The concerns we had before were, again, the setback. That's what we were concerned with last time. Yeah. 100-foot review, he's not within the 100-foot review area for any lot. So it clears right past it. Right, so everything gets out of the review area. So okay with that. So, all right. Last meeting, I think we just we tabled it just so you could come back with revised plans and go through everything. So first off, we got to determine it if we think it's a significant impact to the wetlands. What's that?
Not that we're outside the review area.
Like your feeling?
Do I have what?
If it's a significant impact to the wetlands.
I don't think so,
Okay, he just said so. Okay.
because they said, just looking at the maps, it's a candidate that looked like the corrections have been made, right?
Correct.
So they moved things away from the impact area, right?
Correct.
Okay.
All right. I'm not sure if we need to make a motion on that, but we might as well just to cover ourselves.
Make a motion that's not a significant impact to the wetland.
I second it.
All right. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
You also aye. All right. So now it's not significant. But now, acceptance of the application. That's what we have to do next.
This is discussion. So,
Discussion with, yeah, and that's,
I mean, as long as whatever Brian's asking for is done.
Yep.
And I'm not sure.
Questions on here, and everything seems to have been answered.
let me just log that.
Mike,
Hey, guys. Can you hear me?
There you go.
All right.
We're on the mountain road. We discovered you weren't there yet. So we go back. We're discussing right now. We deem that it's not a significant impact right now.
Okay.
There are discussions right now to either accept the application, go that route next.
Okay.
We're in discussions right now. Do you want to add anything to it?
No, it's purely up to what you guys want to do. I mean, I took I reviewed Brian's letter. At this point, if you guys are in, if you're okay with not being a significant impact, well, then we'll take I guess we would take the recommendations of Brian's letter then.
Okay.
that's kind of what we were discussing. I said, I'm thinking as long as Brian's recommendations are done, we should be able to accept it on our end as long as with the,
I can barely hear him, Tim.
I'll turn your mic on.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yes.
I was just saying, I think we could accept it as long as Brian's conditions are met.
Yeah, I mean, that's purely up to you. So if you're deeming that it's not a significant impact, then we will not need a public hearing. You can accept the application with a motion and to meet the conditions that put forth by the letter dated today, October 26th.
All right.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept the application.
I second the motion.
But, okay, finish up.
Yep, with
You need the date.
as long as Brian's conditions are met, dated today, October 26, 2020.
Do I have a second?
I second it.
Any discussion?
No.
You presented the motion. we do.
Yeah, Jay, yeah. Second it.
They seconded it.
Aye.
All right. Any discussion? No?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. All right. Very good. All set. All right, next is back to public comment.
Mr. Chairman, just excuse me for 1 second. Scott, just give me a call tomorrow.
yes, I will.
Mr. Kimmer,
Yeah, he said yes. He said yes.
just give me a call tomorrow.
All right, thank you. Public comment? Any public comment?
Malia, do we have anybody on
There's
for
no
public?
public comment.
Thank you, Malia. Commissioners, public comment? Any Commissioner, public comment? No, those are good. All right, we have some correspondence, the 22 Castle Lane-Ansonia, inland wetlands letter. All right. Mike, you want to talk a little bit about this? You got time?
So what's the date of that letter there, Timmy?
9/25. Oh, sorry, no. Memo is October 7th, 2020, and your reply is 9/25/2020.
So basically, a communication had come in from the Inland Wetlands Commission of Seymour, or actually Ansonia, to our commission. We abut the property on the Ansonia line. It appears that after talking with their zoning there's chairman of their zoning board, and then talking with the land administrator, Rhonda, in the land use office, basically there was fill that was put into this that created a steep grade on 3 of the Ansonia's properties, and then a little bit onto Seymour's property. Because it abuts us, that's why they notified. If you were to take a look at the map that's in, I believe, the communication in there, you'll see that this is like it's a very insignificant piece of property for Ansonia or Seymour in a sense. And the closest to the wetland soils, it appears to be over 300 or 500 feet, based on the mapping that I had looked at. So we took it under advisement. I sent it to the chairman. I believe that everybody got a copy of the memo that if you wanted to go to the site inspection, that was at your prerogative.
Yep.
Ansonia's handling this in an enforcement capability, or however their 2 land commissions decided how they're gonna handle resolving the issue being over 99% on Ansonia's property.
Okay.
I have a dialogue with them. We should be all set.
All right, very good. Is there anything we need to do on this, or just course?
Nope, absolutely not. Not at this point.
Okay, very good.
Not unless I've got a dialogue with them. They're going to let me know what's going on if there's something that we need to know. And I'll just double check with it in about a month just to see where they are at.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you. All right, number 10, adjournment.
Does he have any report?
Oh, do you want to go back to the report? Do you have anything to report?
Just basically, we've been a little bit slower on the wetlands side of it right now.
Okay.
The 2 biggest issues were the subdivision tonight, and then the communication from Seymour or Ansonia. And we're looking at maybe a couple of subdivisions coming forward in the very near future.
Okay.
We just don't know. People have inquired about a couple of different things, and we're working to see how that's going to go.
Very good. All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, number 10, adjournment. Have a motion?
Second.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Any discussion?
No.
All in favor? Aye. Aye. Thank you. Good night,
Gentlemen,
everybody.